Hi guys, I'm Lacey Rodriguez and I'm here to review this Aura topper. It's a newer piece from UniWigs. This was gifted to me in exchange for an honest review, which is exactly what I'm gonna give you. So I have a few cons I'm gonna go through, but I'm also gonna show you how I was able to make the cons work, which is always my goal. Like if there's something I don't like about a piece, I will work on it until I love it. And that's what I did with this piece. And I'm so glad because I really, really love it. And you're gonna die at how affordable it is. I still can't wrap my mind around how inexpensive this piece is. Okay, let's go through the cons first so we can get those out of the way. When I first pulled this out of the box, I was a little worried that there was so much wefting. I was like, oh no, because I like a lot of volume in my hair. And wefting, when these tracks are sewn on, they're sewn on in only one direction, so they're laying flat. There's no, like you can't really make the hair stand up to give it some lift or volume. So I was a little worried it was gonna be too flat for me. You can only part it in the middle, which is another thing I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to do that. My hair does not like to part in the middle. And the Aura topper only parts in the middle. So be aware of that. But I really loved the color. This is the stock color. This is the color Truffle Brown. It's a lot darker than my bio hair, but it totally works with it. And I'll show you when I put it on, but I actually really loved the color. The density on this piece is super light. I am kind of at the point in my hair loss journey where I feel like I need more hair. So I was a little worried this wouldn't be enough hair. When I first pulled it out, it's just a tiny bit. It's also a lot longer than my hair. So I thought I would have to chop a lot of it off. This is the 16-inch. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I was able to make it work. It laid very flat when I first got it. So if you like a flat top, it laid super flat, which to me was a con because again, I like some volume and I wasn't sure I could get that volume. But luckily, with a little bit of styling, I was able to get some more lift, way more than I thought in the part area. So even though it's very small, I just got it wet, blow dried it up and out and kind of played with it until I got it to have some volume. I also had it custom cut by my stylist. So I personally actually tried to DIY the custom cut and it was a disaster. So she helped me. But we cut some curtain bangs into it, some face framing layers, and just kind of a little bit of layering, mostly through the front though. And it's actually so beautiful. So when I first saw the color, I loved it, but I thought it would be too dark for me. I'm gonna show you, you don't have to match your topper color perfectly, always, okay? Really depends on the piece, but I was afraid because it's just one color, I thought I would have to get some kind of highlights or something in it. I haven't had to do that. This is the original stock color it came in, and I actually really love it just as is. So I'm gonna show you how I put it on. Again, it parts only in the middle, so I've parted my hair in the middle, but this front piece, like it's just not gonna want to part. And that's okay. I'm gonna sit this. It has a front clip, which is another con for me. I don't like the clips in the front. I usually like to replace it with a comb. I probably could do that. I just haven't yet. So I can either wear this with a topper grip or with a comb, but because the piece is so light, like light density, lightweight, it really hasn't bothered me too much. I don't see any breakage, so it might be okay, depending on how much hair you have up here in the front. So I like to sit really close to my hairline, but I'm gonna show you how I kind of blend it. I already used some powder up there. And like I said, this piece in the front, it's so short because I have some postpartum regrowth, so I've got like some really short pieces. It's not gonna part very well. And instead of just trying to force it, I just let it do its thing. And I'll show you how I'm gonna blend the rest of it in. So this has 6 clips, 1 in the front, 1 in the back, and 4 on the sides. So 2 towards the front, 2 towards the back. They're really comfortable clips. They're the ones I like that have little combs. The teeth just go right into your hair. So I clip it on. It's a pretty large base. It's like 7.5 by 8 inches, I think, which is perfect for me and my stage of hair loss. I always say go bigger on the base than you think you need to because it's more comfortable. That way the clips are not clipping into the thinnest part of your hair. It's clipping in, like this one is clipping in down here where I have a lot more hair to hold on to. So it's way more comfortable. It's gonna cause less damage because of that. So this is the piece. Now, I wanna show you something. So this is my bio hair peeking through. I have some highlights, which give this piece some dimension in the front. Can you see this is my bio hair? So it's lighter, and when it blends together, it makes this piece look like it has highlights. Can you see what I'm talking about? This is what I'm saying. When it comes to like color and dimension, sometimes you really can make it work even if the color is pretty far from your own. That's easier to do, I would say, with browns, but I feel like this is a really beautiful mix. I really like the color. Again, this is Truffle Brown, and I love having the face framing layers. So I love like the curtain bang. Again, this comes like mostly just one length. That's not flattering on very many people, you guys. So get comfortable with the idea of taking it to get it customized. It's the best way to really fall in love with the piece. But I'm gonna tell you my favorite things about this piece. Number one, it's super comfortable. The large base, the lightweight density. It's not super hot like my other silk top because it has less hair and the cap is thinner. It's not as bulky. It's actually like not too hard to blend. I was a little afraid about the front piece, right? Like, how do I explain this? Right here. Okay, if I didn't have this baby hair, it would make it a little bit harder to blend. Can you see? But these hairs, I just comb up and out. And again, I don't try to force it to do anything. I just kind of let my hair do its thing and make it work with the topper. But I think that that makes it look pretty seamless, right? So I'm pulling out all this hair in the front and it just blends really well with the piece. The other like super pro to this piece is how affordable it is. This was made for a budget. So because it's lightweight, it's mostly wefting, all those things kind of play into it being more affordable. But I was blown away how inexpensive this piece is, and the hair is still quality hair. I'm not gonna say it's top of the line luxury, of course not. You would be paying big bucks for that, but the hair is still super soft. It's shiny, it looks healthy, it's bouncy. Like, there is nothing wrong with this hair whatsoever. So I believe it's Chinese hair. I think UniWigs usually uses Chinese and Indian hair, which are kind of like what's mostly available, which makes them more affordable. But I feel like it's awesome. It hasn't felt frizzy or dry or anything like that. It can get a little bit tangly. It's nothing that I can't handle. It doesn't bother me, I guess is what I'm saying. But especially, like I said, for the price and the amount of hair, I think it's great. I think it's amazing. And for people who are so afraid to jump into wearing toppers, this is a really awesome first step. People are always like, I want like an affordable topper to get started. It's really hard to recommend that because I don't want to recommend something that I think is affordable, but that would turn someone away from toppers in the future because it's not great. This one I feel comfortable recommending as a first step piece. It's under $300. I'm blown away at the quality for under $300, for real. I usually am saying between $700 to $1,000 for this length. Crazy difference. It's so much longer than my hair and I don't even notice, like, it's fine. One thing I always am curious about when I get a new topper is whether or not I can wear it up. So this piece, despite the fact it's mostly wefting, if you have enough hair underneath, you can totally pull this up. Even with the larger base, like, I can still pull this piece up pretty high. Because it's such a lightweight density, you don't get like that weird bubble up here from it being too much hair compared to like the bottom half of your hair. It actually does just fine in a ponytail. I'm loving this piece for summer because it's so light and it's not so hot like some of my other pieces. And it's cute to pull up. It's awesome. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and letting me do these videos and reviewing these pieces. This topper was gifted to me by UniWigs, and I'm so glad that they're able to gift pieces to people so that we can get reviews out there so people can make better educated decisions.